welcome to a Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport update. And hold on, nope. I'm getting word this is my United Airlines 1/400 scale collection video. I'll be showing off all my 1/400 scale United aircraft, all 11 of them. As you can see right here, we'll be going through all of them in detail, one by one. We will go from smallest to largest, so we'll start with my United Express Bombardier Mitsubishi CRJ200s. So I'll start with this one in the Evo Blue livery. This one is part of the March 2021 release set by Gemini Jets, one that was famous for featuring the Delta Connection Bombardier Mitsubishi CRJ900. This was one of them, another really popular release from that release set. I did not get it when it came out, but I did get it at a later date, and I found much use for it, especially at airports like Fresno. I'll start up here. You got the cockpit windows, very nicely detailed. I believe this is, I'm not sure. I think this is a SkyWest operated one, this particular model. You got the nose landing gear up here, the United Express titles above. Kind of got the wavy line that they have going on these new Evo Blue, and what they also had on the 787 in the Continental Globe. Here's the winglet, which is just plain blue. Also the Star Alliance logo right up there. Overwings exit and exit paths. Let's go forward rather than backward like they are on most other aircraft. Here's a registration, November 246 Papa Sierra, and then the American flag. And we have the engines here. And then, of course, the nice Evo Blue tail. And so, yeah, very tiny aircraft, I must say. It's like, here's my finger for comparison. Oops. Yeah, it's pretty small, but that's how the CRJ200s are in real life. I've never flown on a United Express CRJ200 in real life, but I do have the model versions, though. I have flown on a Delta Connection CRJ200 before. It is a pretty tiny aircraft, but it is also pretty cool because I guess it is pretty unique that it's just so tiny. Move on to our other United Express CRJ200. Here it is. Actually, it looked better on this side. Battleship gray. Got some better lighting there. Get it focused. There's a little bit of a glare on it. Sorry about that. But here are the cockpit windows. R1 door. I think that says operated by Air Wisconsin. This is an Air Wisconsin operated one, I believe. United Express titles up here. And of course, in the beautiful Battleship gray livery, which honestly might be my least favorite United livery, but I think it still looks kind of okay. I do prefer their newer ones and the blue tulip. I don't have any blue tulip models, but I really do want to get one because I do think that was probably the best United livery in my opinion. I think it looked really nice, but I don't have any models of that one currently, but maybe a 747 if I can find one in the future. And nose landing gear. Looks to be a little bit more detailed, honestly, than the other one, than the newer one. I don't know if Gemini had like a mold change or something, but it looks to be a little bit more detailed. Here's the winglet, which has like the stripe pattern. It's also visible on the tail, as you can see. Here's overwing exit with the same exit markings. Here are the engines, which are slightly darker than the new livery. And the registration on this one, which is kind of hard to see. I'll rotate the aircraft a little bit here. It is November 417 Alpha Whiskey, I believe. And that would imply that it is Air Wisconsin. So those are my two United Express Bombardier Mitsubishi CRJ200s. Now moving on to the rest. The next aircraft that I'll showcase here is my custom United Express CRJ700 or 550, depending on what I want to use it for. As this can be used as both a CRJ700 and 550, as it is in the new livery, and or at least most of the 550s are in the new livery. And as they seem to be painting a lot of the 700 as well. So when I originally made the custom, it was in the Continental Globe livery, but now I have since customized it again. I have whited out the old livery, and now I have put on the new livery. So of course this is not going to be as detailed as like a Gemini jet or NG model or anything, but we'll start up here at the cockpit windows, R1 door, United Express titles up here, which I had to use like a silver Sharpie or something to put the Express, which does not look that great, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. I could not get the 550 when it came out, and now that's one that I really want to get, but it's over $100 everywhere, and where you can find it, which is really only on eBay, and I found one listing for like $150, and I don't want to pay that much. So here's overwing exit, the wings, which on this one, this is the only Shapeways model that actually made them silver, which maybe I should do for other ones because it does look pretty cool. But I have not done that for any of my other Shapeways, but I just wanted to test it out, see how it looked there, and maybe I should put it on some of my other ones. Here are the engines again. This is in the Evo Blue livery, as I previously mentioned. The tail, though, did not look that great. It's just kind of hard to make the United tail on Sharpie, so I'll spin it around here. I think this side, maybe it looks a little bit better. I think the United Express titles on this side look a little bit better. I prefer this side over the other one, but that's what this aircraft looks like. Of course, it probably isn't my best, but I'll take it. I still use it at airports like Fresno and such. And now we move on to my favorite United aircraft in my collection. And this is the United Express Embraer E170 by Herpa. And you may be wondering, like, why does this guy like the United E170 so much? It's made by Herpa. It's not very well detailed, and that's true. It's not very well detailed. But I just really like how the E170 and the E175s look. For some reason, I just really like how they look. I'm not sure why, but I always have, and ever since I got a hold of this model, I've always really loved it. I also had a chance to fly on a United Express. I think it was an E175 because it had the enhanced winglets. So I have a chance to fly on one of those to Newark, and that was really cool. But I've only ever flown on it once. And even though it is a express aircraft, it's not mainline or anything, it was still pretty cool to fly on it. So we'll start up here with the cockpit windows, Starlance logo. Here's the L1 boarding door. United Express titles up here. This is in the Continental Globe livery. Of course, this is my favorite non-blue tulip United livery, I guess, because I really like the Continental livery as well. And that's why I use it is on my channel, my icon is the Evo Blue tail, but I still really like the Continental Globe one. I think they're both really good logos. And here is the tail. Beautiful logo, I must say, by United. I know I've said it many times, but it really needs to be stated again. Here's the registration, November 644 Romeo Whiskey, so that would imply that this is operated by Republic, in which the actual aircraft is. I don't think United Express has painted any of the E170s in the Evo Blue livery. I think they just done that with E175s, probably because they're going to retire the E170s eventually, which is understandable, I guess. So I still really like this model, and yeah, just really beautiful. Even though it is by Herpa, plastic landing gear, and there's not really any antenna or any detail like that, but good job by Herpa on this one, and I still use it in a lot of my airport updates, as you probably have seen. Now, how about we move on to some mainline stuff? I'll start here with this United 737-700 with split scimitars in the Evo Blue livery. This one was I want to say May 2021 release by NG. It could have been June. It was one of those, I think. But a really beautiful model. I know it was the one after that they released the Southwest 737-700 in the old livery with splits, and also the old livery United. I decided to go with the Evo Blue livery, however, that came out in the next release. I pretty much bought it right when it came out because I knew I wanted to get another United Evo Blue, and I wanted to get a 737-700 because I think it is my favorite 737 variant that's out right now. I guess I just like short aircraft, even though most people don't. But still a really beautiful model. We've got the cockpit windows, Starlance logo, L1 boarding door, United titles here, United billboard titles, I should say. Here's the engine. Here's a beautiful scimitar winglet, which is a little bit big. Exit door, overwing exit, SATCOM dome. One of my favorite things about the United aircraft are the red antennae on the bottom. And of course, great rolling landing gear on these NG models. Here's the Evo Blue tail. I think NG is a little bit better than Gemini and the Evo Blue, how they represent it. And then the registration is November 21723, and the American flag. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster here because I know this video might get a little bit long. So now we'll move on to our next aircraft. My only United Airbus currently in the fleet is this United A319 in the Evo Blue livery, of course. I credit it as one of the main aircraft that got me back into collecting models. And it really is a beautiful aircraft. I got it pretty much right when it came out. It was probably the first I pre-ordered. And it really does look beautiful. This is also the first Evo Blue livery model that I got, of course. So I'll start here with the cockpit windows, Star Alliance logo. Here's the R1 door, United titles right here. Overwing exit and the exit what is it called? Exit paths. Here we have the IAE engine. Then the fence tip winglet. I prefer the fence tip winglet over the sharklet too. SATCOM dome, and then the registration is November 876, Uniform Alpha. And here's the beautiful Evo Blue tail, which I think it gets a little bit too bright a little bit early there. As you can kind of see, it just kind of stops being, it's not like a transition, it just kind of abruptly stops from being like the dark blue and then it transitions up to being the light blue, kind of too abruptly for my liking, but it's still a really beautiful model. The unfortunate thing about this one though is that the landing gear fell off there. So other than that, I still really like this one, and it's also featured heavily in a lot of my model airports. You've probably seen it a lot. So it's been a big asset for the collection. And our next model, one of the first unboxings ever featured on the channel, is United 737-800 with scimitars in the Continental Globe livery. This has been a major asset as well. This is the main model that I bought just to do Guam. I really needed a regular livery 737-800, and this was perfect for it. I got it discounted because of this paint shipping here. That's literally why I got a discount of like 50%, which is awesome. Thank you so much, Midwest Model Store, for doing that, because it allowed me to get this model, and now I can use it for Guam, MSP, Spokane, whatever I want. So, really beautiful model. Even I can ignore the paint shipping. Here's the cockpit windows, Star Alliance logo, short landing gear, as it is on all 737s. Allen boarding door. I think this is the Wi-Fi sticker that they have on there. United titles, overwing exits and the exit paths. Here's the engine, scimitar winglet, which is a little bit, I think there's a little bit of wing flex on this one, but it's not too bad, but I think it's a little bit, you can kind of see it in comparison to my other 737-800 that I'll show in a second. American flag, registration November 14237, and then the Continental Globe tail. Now I'm going to my other 737-800, which I'll pull on now. Kind of just switching back and forth here on which side we're showing. This is my Star Alliance 737-800. So I'll start here up front again with the cockpit windows, Star Alliance logo, R1 door, Star Alliance titles, the big billboard titles. For some reason, I really thought this was a gray aircraft, like the Sky Team, but no, it's just plain white. Here's the United, the new Evo Blue logo. Of course, the red antenna. And here's the engine, overwing exits, exit paths, scimitar winglet, SATCOM dome. Registration on this one is November 14219. And the Star Alliance tail with the Star Alliance logo on it. Really love this model. Definitely one of my favorites in the collection. I was wanting to get a Star Alliance house. And perhaps maybe the most obscure model in my United Airlines fleet. Here we have my Shapeways Custom United 737-900 in the Eco Skies livery. Start up here with the cockpit windows, R1 door, landing gear, which is just Sharpie. And you can see on this one the wings are just plain. I didn't add the silver on them. United Airlines titles, Eco Skies titles. I'm really happy that United did this, as I am a supporter of combating climate change. I really think that we should do more. And I'm glad that United's doing something about it, as a lot of airlines aren't really doing anything. And I'm glad United is at least trying, even though they are kind of in a business that is not very good for fighting climate change. Anyways, here are the winglets, which are green. I think the bottom scimitar is also green, that I, for some reason, just never have colored in. But whatever. That's my representation of a SATCOM dome, because I can't really put one on there because it is a shape waist and it just comes like that. It comes plain with no antenna or anything. Here we go for the back. I didn't put a registration on this one or anything because it's basically impossible in these shape waists, but I did put the luggage loader down there. I don't know if it is on the other side. It kind of is on the Eco Skies logo there. And then finally the continental globe tail, which is kind of hard to represent. I had to use a gold Sharpie for that one. But still, I use it sometimes whenever I need to use a 737-900 or a MAX 9. The model for that one, the actual Gemini jet model, has become really rare, so that's why I had to do that. And we will end this collection video with my two United 757s. We'll start with this one in the regular Continental Globe livery. Here is the cockpit windows, Starlance logo, R1 door, the Wi-Fi sticker. United titles up here, R2 door, here's the engine, Rolls-Royce engine, overwing exits and the exit paths. Here's the winglet, scimitar winglet. On this side it's the Evo Blue winglet, as I like to say, because it doesn't have the gold trim as you can see on this one. So I don't know what's up with that. Move further down. This is actually my most recent acquisition to my United Airlines fleet. Here's a SATCOM dome, which kind of looks a little bit weird. American flag, and then the registration, November 41135. Rear door, and then tail, which has some sort of fuzz on it. But another beautiful model. It's pretty simple, but still really cool. And glad that it's now in my fleet. And of course, it is my most recent acquisition. Got that one from DG Pilot. We'll switch this one around to the other side. And here is another one that I got from DG Pilot. This United 757-200 in the California here livery. This is the Gemini jet version, not the NG version. So of course the winglets are not that great. Here are the cockpit windows, Starlance logo, L1 boarding door, United titles up here, L2 door. It can also be used for boarding. Then we have the ocean here, the Pacific Ocean. Engine, overwing exits, and then the palm trees, of course. I think United just licensed those colors for their logo just to use these for our here's. They've never appeared on anywhere else in these United aircraft, as at least not that I've noticed. There are all these concepts that of their new livery that would have those colors in them that were never really accurate, including my own custom concept livery for United's new livery. Actually, this has sunglasses on the cockpit, which is kind of clever. And here is the scimitar winglet, which is just plain like the Evo Blue should be. Not like this one, where this should have the gold trim, but what are you going to do about it? Here's the Golden Gate Bridge, which is blue for some reason. And then we go to the Evo Blue tail, which is better represented on this one, in my opinion. I think that is a pretty good transition. It's not so sudden like the A319. So Gemini Jets, I think they did a good job. Oh, and registration on this one is November 14106, or is that Oscar 6? I'm just going to say the 0. But yeah, that is all of my United Airlines collection. Hope you all enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll do any more of these in the future, because you really have all seen my Delta collection, and there's not really any other airline that I really have a big collection of. I just have United. a lot of United because I like United Airlines quite a bit. Not that I really need to use all of them except for Guam. American, I guess I'm collecting a lot of American. I've collected a lot more American recently, but I don't really have enough to do a full collection of my American fleet yet. So maybe I'll do some more of these in the future, but I want to do a United one just to show my appreciation for United, I guess. I do quite like United, even though I haven't flown on them in 6 years. But yeah, pretty good airline, pretty good, well, one of my favorite liveries in all of the aviation world. And that is where I'll leave you for this partial collection video. And I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.